Hey everyone, how's it going? It's John Taylor on my news desk and prop trading desk this morning. A lot of news to go over this morning. Big news on one of my positions that I have in the stock market today. Hut 8 Corp up like 15%. The news is Hut 8 stock shares skyrocket 17% after securing a $7 billion Google-backed mega lease for AI, for the artificial intelligence. So more on that later. The stock market's just opening up right now. But let's go over this. Today is Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. So check it out. Let's see what we have here. Hut 8 pumping huge this morning. We take out the news here and check it out. Let's see what we got going on here on Robinhood. Let's see, stock positions are opening up here. I'm just waking up too. So let's check it out. Do me a favor, give my videos a like and a share, and please subscribe to my channel. Not a financial advisor, I have to say that. So also too, news on silver bullion. I own thousands of these things. So I'm willing to provide some liquidity if there's a default potentially on the short squeeze for silver bullion on the COMEX. So there's some rumblings about that. So in an effort to calm the market on the silver bullion market, I have thousands of these that I can deliver into the marketplace, possibly. So we'll see, but silver's pumping. So I go over geopolitics and then socioeconomics, and then go formulate a trading plan. Stocks are pumping. I sold a little bit of Bitcoin this morning on a huge pump that I purchased up from the pivot point, but more on that later. So economic calendar today, December 17th, 2025, the economic calendar features releases like the Empire State Manufacturing Survey, Federal Reserve John Williams, and Fed speak, and then various Treasury bill auctions. Key data for this week are jobless claims, retail sales, PMI data, and Fed minutes on Friday. Crucial insight into the U.S. economic health for traders and analysts. So they're kind of light today on the news. Let's look at a bar chart. Stocks are pumping this morning right at the open. Got a big position in BKCH. It's pumping this morning. So let's take a look on bar chart first. All right. And then we're going to go over geopolitics. It's amazing. This is how I earn a fortune for myself in the stock and commodity market. And, I go over my daily routine every morning and then, record it for my viewers and everything. And then this is how I roll. This is what I do. S&P futures gain as investors weigh U.S. jobs data, Fed speak, and Micron Technology earnings are in focus. So we're looking at Micron Technologies, the artificial intelligence and big data and data centers. Hut 8 just got a big data center deal. UK gives Abramovich last chance to Chelsea sale proceeds of Russia war. Warner Brothers, news there is they want to reject the takeover bid from Paramount. EU leaders prepare to take unprecedented steps to help Ukraine at a high-stakes summit. So Darden Restaurants, news on it. Gen Digital stock, Accenture, TKO Group, FedEx earnings preview, what to expect. They're going to make their numbers, I believe. So market movers here on major markets. S&P Mini up at the open 13 points. NASDAQ E-mini up 64 points. The Dow up 94. The VIX at 18.40. The Dixie US dollar at 98.095. The 10-year at 112-125. Crude oil's up on a naval blockade, I guess, of Venezuelan oil. News on that. Only up, at 55.92, up less than $1. And gold is pumping at 4,358.90. It's telling a story with the gold bullion market. Silver bullion up $2. I guess that's a new all-time high at $65.35. So that's what we have on precious metals. Again, that's why I always hedge with these. SD Bullion did real well with me. They have a great program. So I'm with special thanks to SD Bullion, non-paid endorsement. They do great work. Active leader stocks here: Tesla, NVIDIA, Oracle, Amazon, Micron Technology with the earnings. Broadcom has been in the news recently. Apple Computer, Google is awesome. I love Google. I've owned their shares for years. And Google News with HUT, HUT 8, Advanced Micro Devices in the news, and of course HUT 8 again up big, about 15%. So that's what's being reported on bar chart. So let's take a look at what's being reported. Stocks are pumping again. HUT 8 up about as much as about 25% in pre-market, about 8:30 this morning. So let's look at Yahoo Finance. And stay with me to the end. I go over my trading plan, and I'll give you free alpha. So I've been purchasing stock shares in MicroStrategy because strategy is trading less than book. Yahoo Finance is reporting WBD board, Warner Brothers, urges shareholders to reject the $108.4 billion Paramount bid. I think so too. The reason they should remain independent. We don't want consolidation in that industry so much. Competition's good. Stock futures rise as oil climb and Wall Street weighs jobs data. Oracle news. Oracle's $110 billion data center in limbo as Blue Owl funding talk stall. So news on Oracle and Owl, OWL. So look at the new Tesla robo-taxi progress gives proof of AI dream. Waller says Fed has room to cut rates amid labor market woes. Tesla's rally to record high is leaving big tech peers behind. Tesla, I own stock in Tesla. Not a financial advisor. I'm not a commodity trading advisor. It's just free information, opinion only. America's biggest banks shoot for even better 2026. So we got to get ready for the de-dollarization event. Founders of subprime auto lender Tricolor Holding charged with fraud. That's being reported on Associated Press. Amazon talks to invest about $10 billion in OpenAI for the artificial intelligence. SpaceX said to notify employees of quiet period ahead of the IPO. So IPO pending for SpaceX. It's going to be exciting news to report on. How China built its Manhattan Project to rival the West AI and chips. So news on DeepSeek and oil rallies as geopolitical risk mount from Russia to Venezuela. So OpenAI and Google firms channel billions into AI. Tesla faces California sales halt over marketing of autopilot. Again, news on HUT 8 shares jump. Ex-Bitcoin miner signs $7 billion AI data center lease. Huge news. Jabil forecast upbeat. So a lot of news there on computer chips. Okay, so $5 million from Bezos and Lauren Sanchez to leader in neurodiversity education. So this is being reported on Yahoo Finance. Oracle's data center funding, Amazon's OpenAI stake, Blue Owl Capital, Oracle, HUT 8. So this is what's happening there on Yahoo Finance. So stay with me to the end. The stock market's opened up about 10 minutes here. I bought some Bitcoin on the dippy dip at the pivot point at 87,192 spot 14 and 87,513 spot 63. I've been trading it, a little bit of Bitcoin. I have my average position is about 93,000, and so Bitcoin is trading while it's at about price about 87,500. So we'll see what's going on with there. Looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum is up about 0.25%. Solana's active, XRP's active, Zcash, is active. The privacy tokens, Chainlink, old stinky link, Dogecoin is active, Litecoin, Aave, and Bonk. These are active on different exchanges. So Bitcoin looks good. I think it's going to get a pump here. I think it's oversold too. So let's take a look at Bitcoin at the different commodities right now. Again, not a commodity trading advisor, running about 10 minutes. So let's see, currencies, futures, looking on bar chart here. So long-term trends. So I look at the weighted alpha. So the greatest weighted alpha on commodities right now is silver at 130.50. American Eagles, man. What's in your wallet? What's in your safe? So I got thousands of these things stored up at different diverse locations. Silver bullion's pumping. So there has been some talk about a possible commodity default on the COMEX. I just saw a news headline that I saw that. So, we'll see. Silver, platinum, palladium, dryway, and gold, and Dr. Copper, high-grade copper, all positive with weighted alpha. So I'm not going to sell my entire position, but I am providing some liquidity into the short squeeze. And then looking at the most negative weighted alpha on anything that's the most greatest shelf life would be Bitcoin Micro at negative 23. So I'm a seller of these for hyperinflated dollars in the precious metals market with silver bullion, and then I'm purchasing Bitcoin because it has the greatest negative weighted alpha. Not that it can't go lower, but silver, platinum, palladium, and gold bullion, they're telling a story that things are not good in the economy. So a lot of hyperinflation, the de-dollarization event, stable coins, got a lot of news with that. So let's take a look at my trading plan for today. Huge pump again on HUT 8 with the Google news. I like it. Blockchain ETF is up about 2% on that news. BKCH and Block, both big positions that I have. Bitcoin's up, I sold it. So I'll DCA Bitcoin today. I'll DCA SPY ETF. I'll DCA blockchain BKCH. Might trade it for a profit today if we get a bigger pump out of it. And then Block BLOK. Let's look at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy, or Strategy Inc., is trading right now. All right, it's off about 1.5%. This morning trading at 168. MicroStrategy looks oversold technically. It's trading less than book value, so we'll see. Is there a dividend in question or potential yield for MicroStrategy going to work? So this is what I have for my trading desk. Running about 14 minutes right now. 10 minutes into the open, got a pump on HUT 8. Let's hit peer group. Let's go over these other companies related to HUT 8 on the Global X Blockchain Fund. Got companies like Coinbase, Bitminer Technologies. Let's look at Coinbase real quick, their stock shares. Coinbase up nicely, up about 1.5% to 256. Got a nice there. Bitminer's had a big dip here recently. I've been a buyer of those shares of Bitminer. Stocks off again this morning about 1.5%, trading about $30 a share. Bitminer, let's see, Iron Limited. Iron is off this morning about 1.25%. Trading actively traded. Let's see, Applied Digital. Those stock shares, APLD, I think the share ticker is there. APLD trading off about 2% this morning. TeraWulf, Cipher Mining, Core Scientific, Galaxy Digital Holdings, HUT 8, and of course Riot Platforms. Let's see what's going on in Colorado. Riot's up nicely this morning at the open, about 3%. So that's what I have for today. That's my free alpha. Trading silver bullion, trading it for a huge premium. This is what, these things are beautiful. These old American Eagles. You got to have these things stored up. So into the short squeeze in the precious metals market, it's good to have a nice hedge against that. So that's what I have for everyone. Not a financial advisor. It's John Taylor on his news desk and prop trading desk. Give my video a like and a share. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of great trends pumping this morning on silver bullion. So that's the story. Have a great day, everyone. And I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. Thanks.